Hey, let me sit with you for a second and talk the way someone talks when they've lived with a piece of gear long enough for it to become part of their day. When you bring the LSX2 into your space, it doesn't introduce itself loudly. It settles in, quietly, confidently, like it already knows you're someone who actually hears the difference, someone who's done settling for thin, flat, ordinary sound. This is for you if you're the kind of person who values depth over noise, clarity over chaos, and detail over hype. You're the person who notices when a note blooms instead of blurs, when a voice sits exactly where it should in the room. You're the person who knows that great sound isn't about being loud, it's about being alive. Before you get pulled in, take a second and check the current price or stock. Good audio gear moves fast, especially setups people trust with their daily soundtrack. At some point, you knew it was time to upgrade. Maybe you've been using small plastic speakers or a soundbar that tried its best but never moved you. Maybe you kept telling yourself they were fine, until one day they weren't. You outgrow that compromise phase quietly. And when you finally switch to something real, the first feeling is relief. Relief that your music finally sounds like your music. Day after day, this setup changes the texture of your life. You put on a late-night playlist and suddenly the room feels warmer. You start your morning with a few tracks and everything sounds crisp, unforced, almost intentional. You watch a show and realize the dialogue doesn't fight for attention anymore, it lands exactly where it should. And if you use it for work, editing, or background music while you think, you'll notice how the clarity actually helps you focus. The emotion comes from the sound itself. It's clean without being sterile, rich without being heavy. It wraps around you without calling attention to itself. Once you feel this kind of performance, it's hard to go back, because going back feels like muting part of your world. If you're hovering, don't wait for stock swings or those unpredictable price jumps. With gear like this, timing always matters more than you think. If you're doubting, that's normal. Maybe you're thinking these are too premium, or maybe something cheaper will do the job. That's the tug of war everyone goes through right before they upgrade. But here's what pulls you through it: once you live with sound that's this clean, everything else feels like settling. And the surprise benefit: how effortlessly they become part of your routine. You stop thinking about the speakers entirely, you just enjoy everything more. Then comes the ownership pride. Not showing off, not proving anything. Just that quiet moment when you sit down, hit play, and feel the room shift in a way that makes you think, this feels right. You stand a little taller owning something built with this level of intent. You'll love how the vocals sound real and close. You'll love how instruments feel separated but connected. You'll love how even low-volume listening feels full. You'll love how your room feels more alive. You may wish the bass hit deeper without a sub. You may wish you'd upgraded sooner. But eventually, comparisons stop helping. At some point, you choose the thing you already know you want because you can feel the difference it's going to make. If you're ready, check the link, check the price, and claim it while it's still available. This is the kind of upgrade you don't wait on. This is the one you'll feel every single day.